Hey, good afternoon. It's Pete from FigLife.com, and today I'm looking at a fig called LSU Black. Alright, this is my LSU Black fig tree. You can see it's growing really well. It's in its second year, and it grew pretty good last year. I got fruit off of it last year in its first year, and it's produced fruit again this year, quite a bit of fruit, and has put on quite a bit of growth. This big branch back here is also LSU Black, and it goes all the way up there. So yeah, it's actually put on, I guess I didn't realize how much growth this tree had until just now, kind of looking at it. I've got all these trees crammed in here so tight that I guess I thought that that back branch was part of another tree, but it's actually part of this LSU Black tree. So, so yeah, I should be getting quite a few figs off this tree if they can ripen. I just got my first one today. It's early August here in Northern Virginia, so I should get a bunch of figs off this tree by the time the season ends. And I did give my trees a little bit of a head start in the greenhouse, so if it were not for that, this might be a little bit later. Let's go take a look at the fig. All right, this is the LSU Black fig right here. You can see it's got a little bit of splitting here, and I think this is probably my biggest complaint with this fig. I know I had quite a bit of splitting issues last year, and with the SWD, I had a lot more SWD issues last year than I am having this year so far. It ended up resulting in a lot of spoilage on these figs, and then also in the rain as well. I was getting a lot of really bad splitting in the rain, and we haven't had nearly as much rain this year. In fact, really haven't had much of any in the last 4 or 5 days, and yet I still had a little bit of splitting here. So that's probably my biggest complaint with this fig. It does have a good taste, but the splitting can, I think, be an issue with this variety. So, but I kept it. I did keep it this year again, mostly because it has a good taste. So let me go ahead and cut this open and then try this fig. All right, cut it open, and I'd say this is maybe just barely ripe. It definitely could have used a little more time on the tree, but it might taste all right. I know this is a good tasting variety. I got a lot of figs off this last year, but let me go ahead and try this. All right. Cut this up into quarters. You gonna try one? All right, you try this piece. I'll try this piece. Ready? Eat. What do you think, bud? All right, thumbs up. Yeah, so this is a good variety. This one's just a little underripe, but this is a tasty variety. Like I said, my biggest issue with this variety is actually the splitting that can occur.
Okay, let's go.
So it's if you don't have a lot of moisture issues and splitting's not going to be an issue for me. I mean, if it's not going to be an issue for you, then this is one to consider. Otherwise, you might want to think carefully about it, just because I have had some pretty significant splitting issues with this fig. But maybe it'll stop splitting as it gets older. I don't know. It's in its second year now and it's still splitting. So anyway, that's LSU Black. If you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe and check out my website, www.figlife.com.